It's your boy RC here, a whole year. Breast cancer awareness. We still on the breast cancer awareness, man, but this personal growth gonna have to supersede, gonna have to get on up there on that thing, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the Afromations going. Whole year Afromations. And come the garbage man right here, man. With this garbage man, this must be a different garbage man. Yeah, this look a little different. That's old school right there. He ain't stopping for nobody. Oh, the day Tuesday anyway. But yeah, we're gonna go with them Afromations, my man. Can't stop the Afromations. Do the fearless things. When in doubt, play trumps. Do the fearless thing. It's the fearless thing that counts. That's what they said. That's the quote. That's the affirmation of the day. That's the affirmation for the day, baby. And then now, you know what it is. Just got through talking with my wife, telling her that we gonna get in on these stocks, telling her exactly what I want to do, including her in ahead of time, giving people a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I only got a bad. Hey! I gotta set aside some time today to peek at those taxes. Oh. Man, let me check that thing. This tire pressure keep fluctuating, and it's got tire pressure sensor problem as well too. So we'll check the tire pressure on this thing. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, your boy got back on the elliptical. Me and Picard was I was visiting my boy Picard on the elliptical last night. And I took had me a turkey burger, and then I took the pre-workout. And this time, instead of me going down there 15 to 30 minutes, I've been waiting at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes before going down. And those two workouts has been stupendous. I've been able on the elliptical to crank out 600 calories last night. 600. I cranked that out last night. Then I jumped on the bench. Smashed that out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You keep putting in them numbers like that, it's gonna get there. It's gonna get to where it need to get. But today is Tuesday, which is one thing Tuesday. I listened to the podcast on Monday. He was talking to this military guy. He was a Navy SEAL Special Forces or something like that he did for like 15 years or so. He said when he got out, he was in civilian life, man, and he said, look, man, the civilian life, man, was horrible. He said, because they put me in the job, man, see, in Special Forces, I can complete the mission. I was highly successful. I get in this civilian job that they put me in, and they'll give me a task, and it's so many moving parts in it, the task can't be completed, and then another task come in, and the task stacks on top of task. They just kept coming and coming. And every day felt like a failure, because he didn't understand prioritization. Then he got a hold of the one thing. He said, once I got a hold of the one thing, now he did bring up something that I hadn't done, it still ain't done yet. Maybe when I go to work, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock it out. That core values deck. Finding out what your core values are, and then living according. Because once you know what your core values are, then that's supposed to help you make better decisions. And then you have something to match that core value, to match up. You match up what you're getting ready to do up against your core value. That's the whole premise of the One Thing book. The whole premise of the goal is to be appropriate in the moment, in the right now. Because the goal that I set will determine how I act right now. The choices I make right now, is this getting me closer to my goal or further away from my goal? And say that's the purpose of the goal, not in necessarily achieving the goal. But if I want to be that type of guy I'm the type of guy. It's the LL Cool J. I may listen to that. I may listen to some Cool J. I'm the type of guy. You know what? I'm going to bump that when I get to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bump that on the thing. I'm going to bump it in here first, and then I'm going to bump it on the thing. Yeah. I'm going to bump it in here first, and then I'm going to bump it on the thing. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Ain't no problem. I see you sitting there. Got the cops sitting there, but I don't really speed anyway, so I was doing, maybe 55 or something like that in a 50. There's some folks gonna come across that hill doing about 60, 70. He gonna bloop bloop. And he could just be a decoy, you know what I'm saying? But it worked, Just the sheer presence should mean something. But anyway, I want to be that type of guy, right? So that's what that goal for. But back to the podcast. The guy was saying that, he was, telling his wife and stuff like that, and just being appropriate in the moment, and then having some work-life balance. He said, but once he understood the prioritization, he said some things I identified only I should be doing those things. Then the second thing was delegation. Then once he got to the second, you got to delegate the other stuff. That's part of it. And then the third thing, he said, man, look, third thing, it wasn't moving toward the goal. It was just something that somebody throwed on my plate. So really, I didn't care if they got done or not. I ain't worried about them things. Them things just sat there, Until I completed these, I ain't gonna even think of them. Because when I complete them, then I'm going to help my team complete the ones I delegated. And then if we free, then we may peek at some of that. But that ain't the most important. And he brought up something else, saying no. He said, you're in the military, captain, somebody come to you, and they give you, they tell you to do something, it's more of an order. How do you say no to your CO, to your commanding officer? How do you say no to him? He said, well, I really don't say no. I really try to go with a not right now, or basically I just count the cost out of both projects and let him make the decisions since he's the CO. Sir, I'm going to do whatever you want to do, but here's the cost. I'm on this project here. This is the cost and benefits. This is the project you want me to do. Here's the cost and benefits. And this is what we'll lose. What do you want me to do? He said he put it back in their court. Put it back in their court. And that's what the boy said. And the one thing, and say, look, boss, I got these on my plate right here. Which one of these tasks you already got me on do you want me to not do? I mean, something need to be done right now, or something to be done later. You just want to make sure you get done before the end of the year. Yeah, before the end of the year. That's what it is. Because he may just want to just pass that off and get it off his plate, off his agenda. And so that's what he did, you just delegate it out. It's all about the heads up, the plan, sharing the vision. That's what it's about. So yeah. So I was just thinking about that, showing it to my family. You see what I'm saying? Showing it to my family, see how that's gonna work out. So then the guy was talking about his family, work-life balance. You know what I'm saying? He said one of the days, he said, "Look, man," he said, "I'm gonna give me some time off. My daughter was doing a history project, so I'm gonna go ahead and plan a trip to Washington D.C. That's me and the family." He said, "Man, I got up there, man, and then sure enough, man, the phone rang, and it was my bosses, my CO. We was getting ready to walk into the thing," is what he said. And my wife looked at me and said, "Look, you said you weren't gonna do that. You're gonna spend that time with her." He said, "Baby, it's just gonna be 5 minutes." He said, next thing you know, man, he was in full-fledged office mode with 2 phones on, sitting on the park bench for an hour. Then he said he didn't realize what happened till his daughter and wife come back out of the thing and went through the whole exhibit by themselves. He said, "Man, I remember that to this day." But the thing that I thought was important at the time I don't even remember what it was. I don't even remember what was so important that I couldn't spend time with my daughter. I can't get that time back. But that's what he was saying, man. I mean, it's tough, right? You know, he should have left his phone at home. You don't carry your phone with you. You got folks, I mean, the country ain't gonna burn down, shoot. But that's what he ended up doing all the work. So that's what you gotta look. So I spend time, I gotta spend some more time with my family, you know. I try to spend time with them, sit down with them, mix it up with them, talk with them. I mean, I do that. I try to spend time with each one of them, you know what I'm saying? But the only way you're going to be able to do it, because he said he was doing all the dad stuff. When he got home from the military, he was doing all the dad and husband stuff, taking out the trash, cleaning the gutters, cutting the grass, ship shaping around the house. You know, he was doing all that kind of stuff. But as far as quality time, doing what they wanted to do versus what the norm said he should be doing, he said that would have made all the difference right there. You know, being important, doing what they doing, like, you know, yeah, I know I gotta clean these gutters, but hey, look, if you're more important than getting in the tent, homemade tent with my kids, taking a nap with them. I took plenty of naps now with my kids in their homemade tent. Take that sheet, couple of chairs, throw it across, had a whole room kind of stretched out as a big tent. Everybody crawling around through it. Oh yeah, spent many a times doing that. Hiking, making mud pies, yeah, you gotta do all that stuff. Then spending time with the wife. Now we had a different thing. Now I told my wife, hey, we getting in on these stocks. She said, fake money or real money? I said, babe, we real money on this one. We real money. We gotta use this capital. Flip that capital and make some more capital. We already flipped the 1 into 10. Now we gotta flip that 10 to 100. Got that flip that 10 to 100. That's what we did. Or 200. See, we got the opportunity to flip that 10 to 200. I think that's what we should do. We should use that money to flip it. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it to our investment life. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, man. That's what I was talking about. So he went through the whole thing and how it's affecting his life and how he's back on track. But the one thing, man, if y'all ain't got it, if you ain't got the one thing yet, you gotta get it. I'm gonna get that core values deck, man, just to go ahead and get it. We're gonna get it. I'm getting it today. Then I'm gonna put that LL Cool J in. Hold on, man. I can get up here with my fellow drivers up here, up on this interstate. Now this interstate look like it's in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So now we out and about. I got my 1 tomato wrap back there, 300 calories, with a little turkey tomato wrap is what I got. Then I got a protein shake back there with a little cinnamon and a little dark cocoa in it. Got that sitting back there. Then I got the pecans in the bag. So that's gonna be my meals for the day. Even though I got on my mind of eating some tzatziki's or some French fries. Man, I ain't had no French fries in a long time. It's been a while since I looked at all them calories, man. One thing of French fry, man, that's 35 minutes with pecan right there. Trying to get them French fries worked off. You gotta look at things like that, you know what I'm saying? To be appropriate in the moment. You ain't just looking at things. You change the way you look at things you look at change. He said, I told this to a guy the other day. I said, man, look, the quality of your answers depend on the quality of your questions. He said, oh man, that's good. It's good. That's good stuff. But I sent him a text, you know, on when I asked Google, am I making $300,000 in a month? I said, why don't you ask it yourself? I said, when you gonna ask it? He said, man, I asked it, man, I ain't got my phone on me. Went and grabbed his phone, man. See, this tough stuff, man. This is real work. Y'all think it ain't real work. It's real work. It's mental work. That's real work. Pushing through apparent obstacles. Because it ain't a real obstacle. It's in your head. It's a apparent obstacle. And you don't know it's there because it's camouflage. That symbiote, that parasite is camouflage. You got to realize what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the pushback. You know I know I should do that. But why I don't do that? It's right in there. It's in there. It's so deep in there, man. It's like Inception. I may watch that movie again, or I may listen to watch a summary of that movie. So some of the things I may have missed and get it explained out to me, because that Inception is just like that. Stuff that's deeply rooted. We're talking years back. The bump. Yeah. I like that a whole lot. But anyway, let's go ahead and get busy. Then put that LL Cool J on. I'm finna do it to life. Finna do it to my life. You do it to your life. Do it to it. Do it to it too. You do it to it too. Peace out. Do it to that like button, the thumbs up, the notification. Spread the word.